We talk across great distances with the telephone. There are many people, however, who talk over great distances without any device whatsoever. Telepathy is recognized as an established fact. There is a great power contained in mental telepathy. It is God speaking to God. There are many who may say such a statement is sacrilegious. Such a statement is just as definite as the statement that we are living today. Humanity must ultimately learn that it is far better to live in positive influences at all times. Then we will take the great step forward. These are not conclusions of our group alone. Many people and groups are working along the same lines. Use of these facts will bring us into complete harmony, complete unity, where man has accomplished. Now, it does not make any difference whether the body of humanity believes these things today. The facts are evident. When Jesus said he had overcome death, he spoke truly. Thousands upon thousands today, seeing the truth, will know that this body is immortal, pure, perfect, and indestructible. The mystery is gone, and we are on the threshold of complete understanding. Now, questions and answers. Question: do you know of anyone other than the masters who has attained complete mastery over old age and death? Answer: yes, many people have accomplished this. You yourself may do it. Know you are the master of it, and you are. I have seen people come right back. I know probably 60 who were gray-haired and old in appearance. They let go of all thoughts of birthdays, all thought of age, and today they look about 40. Question: what can we do with children when they go to school where they are taught one way, the church another way, and we teach truth at home? Will they not be confused? Answer: you can help your children so they will not be confused with the truth. You can give very simple statements of truth to the children, and they will take them and they will go deeper than any other statements. The Christ is right within you. You will see what the children will answer finally about it. Children, many of them, have a greater measure of perception than adults realize. Question: in Volume 3 you state in effect that we can raise our vision just a little higher and literally see Jesus if our attention is turned within. Answer: when you see the Christ, you will know that it is the same as Jesus, and that Christ is in everyone, every place, when you become associated. Question: have you actually seen and conversed with Jesus, or was it a mental apparition? Answer: no, it was not an apparition. The man is living and real, and we can photograph him, just as we can photograph you. Question: man being essentially a spiritual being and constantly seeking the light, how will he be able to recognize truth in our modern age when there are so many different beliefs and teachings and so much opposition? Answer: man is spirit. It doesn't matter what opposition we put up to spirit. Man is always. There is no opposition to that. Only our thoughts are in opposition. Question: is it true when we call on the Christ for help that he is with us and that he hears? Answer: these are his words regarding this. Call upon the Christ within. That is nearer to you. That is you. Call upon the Christ within. He doesn't mind our calling upon him because he is working all the time with humanity. We make the error of looking without for the Christ. First call upon the Christ within, always. Then it extends right out to the whole universe, and whatever we call for is ours. Next chapter, the law of supply. The repetition of mantras is hypnotic, and people set up their limitations by leaning on the power of affirmation. The moment we say, I want a certain condition, we have barred the way to much good that we did not recognize, and have opened but one avenue of expression. Unless the statement were in accord with the fullness of an expanding life, the realization might take a form not anticipated. The very emphasis on what may aggravate the need instead of granting supply. The moment we put up a bar to the free flow of substance by a limiting statement, we hinder the perfect expression of God's abundance. What is the great expression that brings all these? I am abundance. This statement opens every avenue of expression and closes none. It recognizes the presence of God in all things and the conscious unity of the self with the source of all good. You will find that this was the teaching of Jesus. It was abundance always, with no limitation whatever. I am knowledge. I am harmony. Use of these expressions will vitalize the energy in the body so that there results a new awareness of the abundance of knowledge and harmony. Nor is the energy depleted through free use in daily life. But if one has abundance, others must have it. As we assume that attitude, we shall come to know that if one does not have abundance, none can be prosperous. If we believe we are not prosperous, it is because we have isolated ourselves from this freely flowing abundance and built up the idol of lack. We have made believe we are just a part of the whole, but everyone is merged in the whole because there is completion only in that unity. If one were out, it could not be complete. The moment we realize our unity with the completed condition, we find that we express it outwardly. Worship of God with all our hearts and all our strength frees us from conditions of limitation. No one need be isolated. It is possible to realize that sense of union with God's abundance right now. The first determination must be an effort to get rid of the individual sense of limitation that we ourselves have built. There are several rather definite steps that must be taken to free the self from limitation. There is no situation that cannot be conquered. Happiness, prosperity, and abundance belong to all. The greatest bar is the lack of acceptance. When the rabble scoffed at Jesus, did he pay any attention? When he saw people searching for things they thought belonged to them, he told them to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. He went on to explain that man is the Lord of all creation. He said, "Peace, be still," and he taught his disciples to recognize that you are free. With that declaration, they brought themselves from what was considered the lowly walks of life into their discipleship. When Jesus chose a disciple from among fishermen, did he see him as a fisherman? No, he saw him as his disciple, a fisher of men. He said, "Follow me." He instructed them to follow the expressions that had brought him to where he was. All was done with the greatest humility, because he made it plain that selfishness could not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Perspective on the conditions throughout the earth today shows that seeming discord puts us in a position where we think that we are separate from our neighbor and only unrelated individuals in the great plan of existence. But no one body can be taken out of that plan and the plan continue to manifest. Every individual is just as necessary to its completion as the number of atoms to the molecule. When, through our expressions, we again show the unison of existence, we realize that we were never separate nor outside of a unity with the whole. Jesus taught in simple terms that the object of this life is not death, but a greater expression of life. Everyone is a unit in the whole principle, operating in harmony, where every individual stands in his own domain, completely